to Lazy Girl's Guide to Survival. This week I've been doing a Valentine's special, so if you go check out my website, you can see how I made these really yummy cookies. They're Logan's favorite, and I always made them for him on special occasions like Valentine's Day. So, yeah, the link will be below in the description if you want to check that out. But because it is Valentine's Day, I thought I would do a Valentine's themed video. I don't think it's going to be super happy, but I think that it's something that a lot of people are curious about and are just too polite to ask. So I'm here to spill the tea. A lot of people want to know if I am seeing anyone, if I've thought about getting another boyfriend, and like how that's all gone along. Even my friends get kind of awkward. They'll say to me, oh, like I'm having a party or a gathering, or it's my birthday and like you can bring someone if you want, and then they're kind of awkward about it because they don't want me to feel bad. But so just something that I thought that I would address and just kind of get out there for everyone. So as of right now, I am nowhere near ready for another relationship. The thought of like being with someone else actually makes my stomach hurt. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. It's really hard for me to think about right now, and I feel guilty if I even like look at another guy and I'm like, wow, like he's pretty good looking. I like feel so guilty. And I think, partly it's because Logan and I didn't break up. We didn't choose this, and it's not a breakup, and people have said that to me lots, that to treat it like a breakup, but I think that's really rude, and my advice is to never say that to someone who's lost a partner. We didn't choose this. I didn't choose for our relationship to end, especially in this way. And, I joke around sometimes. I'm like, oh, we're just like in an extended long distance relationship, because I truly do believe that one day Logan and I will be reunited, and, he's come in and out of my life romantically, but he's always remained a good friend. And in the end, he was my very best friend. So I'm very proud of that. So I know that we will be together again one day. So for now, like, I am not ready, I am not looking, and just putting that out there. I think that, I do want a relationship in the future. Like, I've always dreamed of having a wedding, I've always dreamed of having kids, those things. I do want those things. I'm only 22, I don't want to be alone forever. But I mean, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, and that's the way it's meant to be, and that's okay. Like, I know that there is lots of ways to have kids without, being married or having a partner, but I think for me to get into a place where I would want to be with someone is, one, it'd probably have to be the right person that comes along, because Logan will always be a part of my life, and he will always be a big part of my life, and, I will always have pictures of him up, and I will always have his jersey framed, and I will always have those things. So if I do meet someone, they would have to be okay with that, and they would have to be a good kind of person, and I think for me that I know when I'm ready is if I stop feeling guilty about, even just little things, like not even just guilty about like thinking other people are attractive or anything, but I feel guilty if I'm out with my friends and I'm having a good time, and then I'll just have a thought like, wow, like I wish Logan was here or something, and then it all just dissipates, and I feel like so guilty for even just having a good time, because he's not here, and I'm having a really hard time coming out of that. So I think when, I'm able to come out of that and, accept that he's not coming back, and, work through my grief process, and I don't feel guilty anymore, that maybe I will be open to the possibility. I don't think that I'd ever go looking, but if the right person came along, then whatever's meant to be will be, right? So that's kind of my thoughts on love. I'd want to give advice, but every single person's different. I know we've talked a lot about this with the girlfriends, like when I said we talk about a lot, the girlfriends and I talk a lot about this, like having, boys approach us, asking us for our numbers or things like that, and it's like awkward because we don't really know what to say. Like, is it okay to say I have a boyfriend? Is it okay to go into it all? Like, I don't know. So normally, you know, I just say I'm not interested, or if I do say I have a boyfriend, sometimes boys leave it at that, but other times they'll be really pushy, and they'll have to be like, well, my boyfriend passed away recently, and I'm really not looking for anything, and then it just makes things super awkward, and they feel horrible, but also they shouldn't have kept pushing, because no means no. So it's a kind of, you know, weird dynamic, and, you know, I feel like selfish saying, like, obviously, I don't want Logan to be with anybody else, but, like, wherever he is, if he has the opportunity to, like, I don't know how things work in the afterlife, like, move forward and be happy, like, that's what I would want for him. All I want is for him to be happy, so, I truly believe that that's what he would want for me, too. And I know that, when the right person comes along, if the right person comes along, that Logan will have guided them to me and will be a big part of that, because I know that he wouldn't just let anyone take his place. So it's a big, you know, thing to go through, and I just thought that I would, you know, get this out there. It's something that people are always curious about, like I said, and including my friends that are just too polite to ask about it. So here's a little video about it. I do want to introduce a book that I've read that has been helpful. So hold on. Sorry, I'm back. I should have been more prepared, but I did want to introduce a couple books to you guys. I haven't like read them in depth, but just skimmed them, and it's been helpful. One of my really good friends' moms gave this to me. It's called Experiencing Grief. And it's just like a pretty general thing, and it talks about, you know, it's really short and it's small, so you can take it anywhere, but just like basically validating all of my feelings that I have surrounding grief, and I really appreciate that. And then another one I found is, I did mention this in a previous video, my interview with Kaylee. You know, there's pretty much like no resources at all directed to young people who have experienced my kind of loss, a loss of a partner. And so I think that that's really sad, but I did find this book, and I haven't read it all. I just kind of like read what I feel like reading and just go through that, but it's a really amazing book. It's called When Your Soulmate Dies. And it's great for anyone, because a soulmate can be so many different things, you know, like a soulmate can be a best friend, a mother, a sister, a brother, like a partner, like, and all those things. And it has like different things in the book, like interactive things, so you can like write notes and you can write your feelings, and they ask prompting questions, and it's really nice. And like some of the chapters are like, oh, if you believe your mom's your soulmate, you know, read this chapter, and it has different prompts. So I would really recommend this book to anyone. It's by Alan D. Wolfelt, and I just got it from Chapters, but I haven't been super into reading lots of books. I'm just not at that place yet, but for anyone who does or is looking for recommendations, I would recommend these. And also, one of the girlfriends, Quinn, I think it was Quinn, I'm sorry if I got that wrong, but she had like it was like a little book like this, and it was like a year of grief or something like that, and every day there was like, you know, a little like quote or saying or affirmation about the day, and like to help, you know, help you feel better and to validate your feelings. So books like that are always great too. So that's pretty much it for this video. I hope everyone had a good Valentine's Day, and for those students who are going away for reading week, I hope you guys have a great week. I'm going to Mexico, so you guys will be seeing a Mexico vlog, hopefully, if I can get all the footage and remember my battery. But thank you so much for tuning in and watching this video, and don't forget to head to the website to check out these yummy cookies. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.